life into something that you can never own.
Hello Pisces, here's your reading for January 22nd to about the 28th. These are general, take what works and what doesn't work just doesn't work. But let's see what the cards have to say for you. I need 3 cards for my Pisces, please. 3 cards for my Pisces. Okay. And 1 more. And I need what is challenging my Pisces. Oh, hold on. I feel like that wasn't quite a right shuffle. Let me, what is challenging my Pisces? And what is your recommendations for my Pisces? In your recent past position, you have the 2 of Pentacles. In your current energy, you have the 9 of Wands. In your near future, you have the Queen of Pentacles. What's challenging for you for the week is the 6 of Wands reversed, and what is recommended for you is the Page of Wands. The 2 of Wands indicates that you've had a lot on your plate. You've been juggling a lot. There's been a lot of responsibilities and things, and you've been having to multitask quite a bit. And although you're successful at it, you're always kind of one step away from, or one mistake away from dropping the ball. So you've been just kind of juggling a lot of different areas in your life or different situations, and you've just been in that energy of kind of constantly always having to balance things, always being very busy and having to move things around in a sense. But now currently in your current energy, you have the 9 of Wands. It's almost like after you've gone through a whole period of having to defend yourself or go to battle with things in a sense, you're still standing. Like you're still able to stand. Like after the battle, you're withered, you're worn, you're battered, but you're still kind of hanging in there. You're still standing. So I think although this 2 of Pentacles, to me, this indicates that this was a lot. You just came off of a lot of responsibility, a lot of having to manage different aspects of your life, but you're still standing. You're worn out, but you still have the fight enough left in you. Jesse says hi. The fight enough in you to still go further. Now, and what's coming in for you is the Queen of Pentacles, and she's very practical. She's very stable. It's a very stable energy. It's very nurturing, but it's nurturing in the aspects of kind of like financial nurturing and just being able to kind of help people out, but help them out in a very practical, simplistic way. So she kind of is able to resolve situations in a very... She resolved things very easily. You're challenging... what's challenging... Honey, can you please not do that right now? Please? Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Go play with your toy. Your quiet toy this time, though. I'm telling you, if it's not one, it's the other. The cat was making noise, now him. It's always somebody in this house. So anyway, the joys of parenthood. So what is challenging you for the week is the 6 of Wands in reverse. And this is indicating that you might be doubting yourself and your abilities to actually achieve your goals. You might be feeling that you don't have the capability of doing it, or you don't have the strength or the capacity needed or the skill set to actually get to where you want to complete what you want. So, and you could be feeling that other people are doubting you as well. So this is really, to me, going with the 9 of Wands energy here, whereas this person has just been through the war. They're still ready to go further, but they're probably wondering, was it worth it? Do I even have the energy to continue? And how much longer am I able to continue? So, because this person is currently ready to, if they have to take on another task, they're ready, but they're kind of like I don't know how much fight I have left in the long run if this problem continues. So you could be having this energy of kind of feeling like you just don't have what it takes to go the long haul. But what is recommended for you is the Page of Wands. And pages, they could bring good news, but they also are the students of the tarot. I always see them as the young people. They're learning something. So he's actively learning about either some new task. And I feel for you, I wonder if there's some way that you could either delegate, you could learn about something that's going to make some of your responsibilities, because I feel like you have a lot of responsibilities. And considering the Nine of Wands is here, I don't think these responsibilities are going away very soon, but I think you need to learn about maybe a new way or implement something else that can help you either delegate some of these responsibilities out or help you ease up some of these responsibilities. Because to me, he's learning. And sometimes I get him and I feel that he's kind of that energy of trying something and then trying something else. And it could be, you might have to try something and then try something else, because he could be a little bit all over the place, but he does get it done. But I feel really for this is saying that you might have to be in that energy of kind of like, okay, well, I have all this stuff going on. What can I do to kind of ease some of it up? Is there a way around it? Could I delegate to a loved one certain aspects, or can I allocate certain hours of my day to certain things so it's breaking it up? So even though I am doing everything, it's not all in chunks at a time, that maybe it's a little bit more manageable and it gives my mind a little bit of a break. That's what I have to do. So I feel like what this is saying, that you have to try new things out to help relieve or ease some of this responsibility you have. And it'll help you gain the Queen of Pentacles, because I feel like this is going to be you achieving a level of almost like mastery and capabilities, because this lady, she's very capable of managing her life. Like, she has it down. Like, I always see her as being extremely resourceful, but practical, and she does it with ease. Like, she's the type that can see a problem and it'll be like, okay, this is the best way to solve this. And then that's done. And she's very methodical. I always see her as having this routine and kind of sticking to the routine, understanding the best ways to do something. Like, this could even indicate, I know with me, I have to do certain tasks at certain times of the day. Because certain other times of the day, there's no way in hell I'm staying focused. So as far as when it comes to these tarot readings, I'm better when I do them first thing in the morning before work, or just first thing in the morning, period. And also I have to, with school or whatever, because I'm back in school again, I have to do my schoolwork. When I'm editing the videos, I edit a video, then I do a half hour schoolwork, then edit another video, then do schoolwork. And I have to kind of flip-flop things, because I know I don't have that focus to spend 2-3 hours at a pop working on school. Then, so I have to kind of shift on, shift off with things. So this might be a way that you're still going to have these responsibilities, but there may be some type of way that you can kind of either shift on, shift off with something, or find a better way around so you're not wearing yourself out. Because I don't think this Two of Pentacles energy is really going away. And I think the fact that what's challenging you is feeling that, will you actually achieve your goal? I think this is long-term energy. This is something that's kind of just the way your life is currently, and probably will be for a long time. But I think you need to figure out a better way to make this work and manage this more effectively. And to me, you're going to be stepping into that Queen of Pentacles energy, where she has it down. Like, she's not worried. She's not bothered, because she knows how to do it. She's tried it all. She's figured out the best ways. And she's fine. And she has everything she wants. Like, in this picture, she has her money. She has her car, which is the broom. She has her little house probably somewhere there. She got a lot of food. She probably grew all this herself, and made sure everything was okay. She has her family, which is her little cats. She's good. So she even has her crown. So, like, she is sitting pretty. Like, she's good. And I feel like this is what you're going to manage. You're going to be able to get to that point where you're just managing everything and you're doing it with ease. So, and it takes practice, and I think that's why the Page of Wands is here, because this guy, he's all about trial and error, but he's very active with the trial and error. He's like, okay, let me try how this is, because life is kind of like an experiment. It's just a troubleshooting process, a continual troubleshooting process. So let's see what other cards I get for you guys. Oh, this guy came out right away. Oh, Lizard Spirit, dream the world into being. And what is this? Rhodocyte? Was it rhodocorisite? Rhodocorisite, I think. Whatever. This pink stone. Kind of looks like a face, actually. Remember your worth. And let me get... Okay, what we got here, too? We have Golden Mirror, self-absorbed, narcissist, one-sided relationship, loving... or love bombing, heart with a key, welcoming love, meeting the one, open your heart, getting together, perfect. And let's see what else we get here for you. Okay, and then we have codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Now, I really wonder, hold on, let me get into that in a second. But, okay, let's get all this, kind of smoosh this all together. Now, Lizard Spirit, dream the world into being. Now, I really feel like this Lizard Spirit is you. I think that maybe some of these responsibilities are things that you're trying to achieve as far as your goals, your wishes, your dreams. So I think this is something that is more long-term, and it's something that you're trying to take the little steps today to eventually achieve while also doing everything that you need to today for, all your responsibilities. So I definitely think that's really positive. And sometimes when we have these larger goals, we're almost like, can we even achieve it? But I think if you keep up with it, if you keep up with anything long enough, you're going to get it. So just keep at it. So I definitely think this is super positive. Because I feel like he's here saying that, like, continue dreaming and dream it into being. And into the being would be like taking actions for it, but taking calculated actions. Like with the Page of Wands, he's about actions. He knows he has to do something to get a certain kind of result. Same with the Queen of Pentacles. She knows what she wants. She's going to figure out how to get it. So, and all you have here is Pentacles in action. So practicality, material stuff, and action. So I definitely think this is kind of bringing your ideas into this realm. And then this word that I don't know if I'm saying correctly, remember your worth. So I think within this is don't get down on yourself. I feel like that's really going with the Six of Wands in reverse. It's like, don't get down on yourself. Like if you've struggled, sometimes you're like, oh, can I do it? Am I worthy? Yes, you are worthy. So and I know when you're in those weak moments, you struggled for a while, you're stressed out, you're sick and tired, you could kind of get in your head. But I think through all this, you need to remember, what have you achieved thus far, even if it's little things. Going through all this, the Two of Pentacles, you've probably been juggling quite a bit for a while, and you're still managing. And I'm sure with the Nine of Wands, to me, this indicates you've overcome several obstacles. Maybe you haven't gotten to your final goal yet, but I think that you need to remember where you've come, what you've done, and don't diminish your capabilities. Like, don't oversee the great milestones I believe that you've actually achieved. Just remember that. Keep that in the back of your mind. Heart with a key, welcoming love, meeting the one, open your heart, getting together, perfect. And I think that this could be that maybe this has to do with like a love thing. Maybe you've been kind of like juggling certain things regarding love. But I think with this, I feel this is really going with the Queen of Pentacles energy, because to me, she represents also love. Like, even though she's very, very practical, she has love in her own way. Like, all these things that she's taking care of, she's doing it because she loves them. So she really goes above and beyond in the physical realm and within work and everything, because she is taking care of everything she loves. And she's very nurturing like that. Like, she's very nurturing in her own way. So I think that this is saying that you need to kind of welcome that kind of nurturing, loving energy for whatever you've been doing and struggling for. I think you need to kind of remember why you're doing it. And sometimes and I think why you're doing it. I think it's something that you really, really want. But I think you need not to forget that, because you're going to wind up unlocking the problem, or you're going to wind up unlocking that opportunity. And I think this opportunity or whatever it is kind of really meant for you. Because with the meeting the one, I think, and opening your heart, getting together perfect, I think whatever you're working on is really meant for you in the long run. It's just sometimes things are not quite as easy, getting there. Okay, the golden mirror, self-absorbed, narcissist, one-sided relationship, love bombing. And I kind of wonder if some of you feel like whatever this is, if it's like you're putting so much effort into it and you're not actually getting anything back. So, like, even if you're working on something, whatever it could be, you might be like, I'm putting all this effort and I'm not really seeing the results. So it could be feeling for you, it's like a one-sided relationship. But this could also indicate some kind of friendship as well. Maybe somebody is kind of draining you, because this could be that you're juggling a lot. You're kind of being drained by somebody or something. And so you just take it how it works. But I kind of wonder if this is like you're feeling that you're putting so much effort in. Because with the Nine of Wands, that kind of heavy feeling of like, oh my God, I don't know if I can go another day doing all this. And then this Six of Wands reverse being like, I don't know if I'm going to achieve my goal. I don't know if I have what it takes. I just feel like that's you kind of having the one-sided, because maybe whatever it is, it's just you've been battling with it so long, and you might feel like you're battling it alone, or you might feel like you're not actually getting anything from the situation, but you're really trying. So, and codependency, addictions are affecting your romantic life. I kind of wonder though, with some of this stuff, I wonder if a little bit this codependency, if you might be also spending your time on things that are not very good for you. Because sometimes I feel really this heavy energy with the Nine of Wands, like you're trying to achieve something, you're trying to go after something. But sometimes when we're doing that, we'll have like a friend or some situation in our lives that actually drains us. It actually takes a lot more of our energy, and it's not really good for the bigger picture in a sense. Maybe the friend's nice or whatever, but maybe they could be a little toxic, or maybe it's a romantic thing or whatever. Something could be a little bit toxic. And I'm not saying that they're bad, but it could just drain you, and that energy that you're spending like helping that friend out or being that shoulder to cry on when they're creating their own problems all the time, that drains you. And especially if it's a friend, hits you in the feels. You don't like your friend to be unhappy, but I think sometimes you have to recognize that. And once you recognize that, it's either easier to manage those type of people. And sometimes, I don't want to say put a timer when you speak to them, but maybe be like, okay, instead of spending so much time today speaking to this person about the same problem that they're not doing anything to resolve themselves, I'm going to only speak to them for X amount of time. And then I need to focus on the stuff that I'm really doing for myself for the bigger picture. And I'm not saying that in a mean way, but I'm just saying that this is like, I feel like you have a lot going on, and you might need to cut corners where corners need to be cut a little bit. And I'm not saying get rid of people, but the Page of Wands is about trying new things, because I wonder if there's some kind of draining aspect that you need to really be aware of that could be sucking some of this out of you. And if you kind of limit or kind of cut back on that, maybe it'll make you a little bit more effective for the things that are really, really worth your time. Not that your friend isn't worth your time, but I think you guys know what I'm saying. Okay, let's see what quote we get for you. Okay. Starve your distractions, feed your focus. There we go. I just feel like that's really going with this codependency, and that maybe, and honestly, maybe this golden mirror here is talking about that friend. Let's just say hypothetically if it is a friend, because I'm pretty sure most of us have at least one person that we could think of at the top of our heads when it comes to situations like that. So maybe you're kind of giving your all for this person if this resonates with you, and they're kind of just taking, complaining, and they're not doing anything. They're not trying to fix anything. They're not even planning to fix anything. They just want to complain and have you commiserate with them, have you feel sorry for them. They enjoy getting you riled up because then it makes them feel better, but then they don't do a damn thing to fix it themselves. So I think that would be saying you need to watch out for that, and don't give your energy where it's not due. Obviously if the friend is really going through something and they're trying to make changes and they're trying to fix stuff, but you have a lot going on. Like, to me, this is saying that you got a lot going on and you're trying to see the bigger picture and go after the bigger picture stuff for yourself in your life. So if anybody's kind of not really on the boat with you, I'm not saying you don't have to throw them a raft every time, that's all I'm saying. So, and I think starve your distractions, feed your focus. I think that the codependency and everything, like there might be something that you could cut out a little bit, and just remain focused, because I think you're doing something really fantastic that's really going to be good for you and something that you're going to really enjoy in the long run. Okay, let me get one card with Spirit of the Dish for my Pisces, please. With Spirit of the Dish. Okay. The Fallen. Oh, which is the spirit of the apple. So there you go. And okay, when we have for your dinner and a movie, we have comedy films and American food. You have, what do you have here? You have Leo energy, and this could be people you're dealing with, energy you either have to be aware of or watch out for, like tap into or just kind of watch out for. And Leos are all about ego, individuality, and confidence. So I definitely think you need to bring a little confidence to yourself. And then you also have Libras, and they're all about kind of love, money, and powers of attraction and balancing. They're kind of very like balanced type of people or balanced kind of energy. So I think that you need to bring confidence into yourself that you can do this and that you could figure out a way to better do this. And then you need to kind of balance out your time a little bit better. And I'm telling you, sometimes you start doing that and it changes your life completely. You have Neptune here, and this is about vision, creativity, and illusions. And I think that this is, to me, saying that you have to keep an eye on the bigger picture. And if there's any illusions, let's say like a person with their drama all the time, that they're not really doing anything about it, but they're just, you have to watch out for that. I'm not saying get rid of these people because they need friends too, but just sometimes when you're like acknowledge that that's the way they operate, it almost, I don't want to say relieves you of having to feel emotionally the responsibility for them. It's kind of like, okay, well, Tony's going to be freaking out about this, but, he's doing it to himself. It's, it kind of relieves you a little bit of having to like go on that emotional roller coaster with them. They can go on the roller coaster with themselves, by themselves, but you can kind of spend some time listening and be like, oh yeah, it really sucks. What are you going to do about it? And they're obviously not going to probably do anything about it because they, at some level, they enjoy it. But it kind of helps you shift out of that in a sense. So, and then you have Uranus here, You have Uranus here, which is all about independence and eccentricity. And I think that independence energy is kind of good, and you might need to be like a little bit more independent with something. And you have 2 first houses, which represent appearance, ego, interest, and the self. And I definitely think this is very like a self-focus, you working on yourself and figuring certain aspects out. Okay, let's see what else we got for you guys. We have T, N, C, P, R, and 3. And we have faith. And I think this is you needing to continue to have faith. Even if you're just worn out, you just don't know how you're going to do it, you just need to have faith in yourself and faith in the bigger picture that you're going to figure it out, And even if you try something and it doesn't work out, just have faith that something is going to work out for you. Because I definitely feel like you guys are on the right track. But sometimes, things take time to figure out. So let's get a little charmy guy for you. And you have the playful cat. So this cat is all about having a little fun. He's about cuddles. Like, he just wants to cuddle. Maybe he wants to swat something around. But this one, to me, he's more just wants to have fun. He just wants a hug. And he's giving you guys a hug. So maybe there's something that you could do that's a little bit more playful to kind of rejuvenate yourself, rejuvenate your mind a little bit, to take a step away from the situation and kind of focus a little bit on something that kind of revitalizes you. Because sometimes that's all we need when we're in the trenches of this mess. Okay, think of your question and let us ask. Oh, mystical, magical 8-ball, the mightiest ball of all the balls in the world. What is the answer to Pisces' question? It says, it is definitely so. Or it is decidedly so. There you go. The 8-ball has spoken. I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.